We're going to take a look at the ShopBot controller. Once we have our path set, we can go find the controller in one of two places, right here at ShopBot 3 or down here in our controller. When we click on it, hopefully it pulls up like this. If it does not pull up with Move Cut, you need to make sure and go through the setup of the ShopBot itself, turning on the switch at the back and everything from the setup of ShopBot. Once we've got in here, we need a few commands that we need to know. The first one is K. K brings up the keyboard controls, and the keyboard is labeled on how to move things. You want to make sure that the ShopBot is in its correct formation. If not, you can move up the Z, down the Z, or move the X and Y, and you can hear it moving in the background right now as I'm doing this. Once I've done that, I can hit Escape, and that'll clear that back off. And we're ready to zero out the machine. We need to tell it where it needs to go. And so we're starting off with C3. C3 zeroes off the X and Y axes. You're going to hear a big clunk here in just a second. That clunk is the sound that it should make as it moves both on the X and now moving over on the Y. After we've moved the X and Y, it's time to find the center of our cutting board. If we know we have a 16 by 12 cutting board, we want to find that. Now, don't forget about the offset. So, for instance, my M2 means I'm going to move in two axes, and it's the X and Y alphabetically. Well, if I have a 16-inch long cutting board on the X axis, plus 2 inches, half of 16 is 8, that means I'm going to 10. I put a comma. And then the same thing the other direction. If it's a 12-inch wide cutting board, I'm out at 6 inches plus 2 is 8. And so I can move in two axes on... and this moves to the exact location 10, 8. Now it should be sitting above about the center of your cutting board. Once we've done this, we need to now place the Z plate. That is the metal part up there. We also put the clip on the bit that we are using. Once those are in place, we're going to hit C2. And you can see 2 is zeros the axis with the zero plate. I'm not actually going to click this at this moment because I don't want it to actually go down and try and find that. But I would hit C2, and once that is done, I'm ready to cut. When I go to cut, I'm going to hit F for File, P for Part, and what that means is go find the cutting that you need to do. I'm going to click on that for now, even though I don't have it all zeroed out. I'm clear of everything I need. I'm going to open it, and I get to this stage right here. At this stage, it is time to hit Start. Now, anytime I hit Start, anytime these pop-up boxes show up, you need to make sure and read them. This says, is the router running? It is not. I can't hear it running, can't see it running. So I turn around, I hit the green button back on the machine, and I hear the big whir, it start up, and we are ready to cut. At this point, if I wanted to cut this part out, I have it locked into place, clamped down, have the right bit, I've done everything I need to do, I click OK, and it takes off running. I'm not going to do that at this point, but you are ready to cut your juice groove.